G'day guys, and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Voxel Tycoon. This is our Passengers Let's Play series, and that's right, our high-speed rail is running and we are going to get into it. So last episode we did a high-speed rail extension, and I tell you what, it was giving me an error about the signals, and I was believing that error and I was led astray, but the error was kind of correct as well. I'll take you through what the issue was because it might help you in your game. I don't play with electrification very often, and so we can take you exactly through what the issue was, but what we're going to do is do a little bit of a flyover of the entire high-speed rail system. So guys, please jump in, enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, so I've just turned the overlay back on, and we can see this train here just made 96,000. In fact, one of the other trains made 130,000 when it pulled into a station as well. So that's big money. So that's better than the £2 or the £1,000 that we saw it making a little bit earlier on. We can see the two high-speed trains passing each other towards the end of the line here. Not amazing. I haven't set up any timing for the high-speed service. Yeah, what I have done though, we'll do a flyover. Let's have a look at it. So the very first station is here, and I've put gantries in. So this is the standard gantry setup for a terminus end, the way I've done it. So I'm using the angled gantries there, which is nice. And yeah, we've got basically block signals here and here going out, because just checking is the way forward. I'll always need to take this track up here, another block signal here to show them this is the one-way track here and a one-way track here. These are two-way tracks. And of course I've got, because the trains will need to make a decision, are they going to platform 1 or 2, and so I've got a pre-signal here, a gantry signal just there. The error that we were having, these are a bit lopsided, so let's just go and see the error, because it was at the other end of the system anyway. If we have a look here, I've just gone and put a gantry signal, just one in each direction before the tunnel, and if we jump out at the other end of the tunnel, same thing. I've used the standard, actually these little dwarf signals, I've used those two there, block and block, basically saying there's no decision to be made here. The tracks converge, but there's no decision to be made. It is the section ahead clear. And it is. And so yeah, we've got, this was one of the existing ones. I've redone that with the angled gantry supports. I believe the angled gantry supports are the ones that sit on the outside, and the other ones that sit down through the middle, I think. Yeah, gee, I tell you, I'm slightly disappointed about the electrification being just not on the outside or on the inside or tidy. So that's one thing, but I don't think I can fix that without deleting the whole thing, which I'm not about to do. Another gantry there, the same, and another gantry here. So there's no decisions to be made here. These are just blocks, gantry there and a gantry there as well. And then we've got these two trains are hot on the heels of each other, actually. Gantry there with blocks. And of course this is where we had the issues, and so I can point out what the issues are. These tracks are actually a bit more symmetrical than the other ones. The other ones are a bit lopsided, so I'll go and fix those. But again, you can see him, he's a pre-signal, goes red, decision to be made. We'll call this platform 1. This train is heading in there. Let's see if this guy moves in before this other train moves back in, if he makes his way out. The overlay's on, we can see there, oh look, he made 2,000. So you can see there's quite a few people the train was fairly full, but then he's really filled up now as well, so that's pretty good. A lot of passengers using that train, look at that, there's a lot of passengers, so that's pretty good. And of course he moves onto this side, so that's nice. Let's quickly talk about what the error was. I might just get the train out of the system and we'll watch this next one come in. He uses the other platform, we'll leave it unpaused. So the problem was the train couldn't find its way out, and I didn't have the crossovers with electrification. We did have one user who sent me a message on, or put a comment against the video, and did mention that do I need to have a pre-signal here because there's a decision to be made. There isn't. There is an intersection up ahead here and here. These trains moving out, but they just need to make sure that's clear. No decision to be made because you always take this left-hand side. So is the intersection clear as opposed to do I have to make a decision? So my fault was not having electrification on these two bits, and it took me round and round, and it's because I hardly ever play with electrification. This is the first time I've ever used electrification, is this high-speed service. I've never used generic rail, what do we call it? Conventional rail. I've never used conventional rail with electrification at all. So it is yeah, that was my fault, I guess. But look, it's a learning, and when you see other people make these errors, it's good because you can learn from that as well. So I think that's kind of cool. This episode, let's move on. This episode we are going to look at research. Actually, let's go back and have a bit of a look at the research situation. So the overlay is on anyway, but I've got the multi-overlay showing me everything. Now I have the gold mod switched on, so what I've done is I've just gone gold extraction times 1, 2, gold extraction times 3. There we are, and now the gold extraction is just taking, so all three are doing gold extraction, so that when we get gold found in one of the regions, we will be able to take care of it, and they're all, so gold extraction just requires steel bars, so that's great. Steel bars. I don't know why these guys are going in, but they are, so that's fine. I don't know if this is connected to, it is connected to that, so they're just going into there to ship out. So that's quite cool as well. That is quite cool actually. These are really kind of these warehouses are really productive, because even that distance he still connects up to the multi-hub train station. Brilliant. So some other things I looked at for research, if we have a bit of a look here, and let's just take laboratory 1. So we are doing at the moment 3 of them with gold extraction using steel bars, and that's fine. We don't need to, but that's what we're doing. Let's have a look at the rest. There's only a few. I want to leave computing devices to the very end because we need all these, and I think that's when we basically complete the game, but we'll probably be going on. But I want to leave that a bit and get everything else done. Woodworking. So woodworking needs wood planks and glass panes. Glass panes? Yeah, glass panes. So I think wood planks are here. Just check that, is it? Yeah, wood planks. So they're going in, so wood plank is there, but no one else. If I put the overlay here on, there's nowhere for the research are we doing glass panes. And glass panes aren't being made. So we can look at making glass panes, and we would make them over here. And I can talk about that in just a sec. The other thing to look at, where's laboratory 1? Let's click on laboratory 1. We go to research. Okay, so computing we're leaving. Woodwork is the glass panes and that. Passenger tube trains, it is iron plates and iron parts. And let's have a look at the other ones. So that's these guys. Step van is iron bars and iron plates. And then we've got the gold with the steel bars. So if I have a look here, and we've got someone going bankrupt. If I do have a look here, I don't have any iron plates and any iron parts being used by the laboratories. I also don't have them sitting here. Actually, yeah, iron parts are the little cogs and iron plates are the flat ones. So basically what I think we'll do this episode is spend a bit of time getting, let's get ourselves glass panes, let's get iron parts and iron plates. Let's get those 3 products over to some warehouses, and then we can move on from there. So these guys here are just dropping off. So if you have a look, these 2 can be reused because we're not doing anything with this one or this one. I don't think we're doing much with it. I don't know. Is anyone doing anything with gravel? Do I have a gravel train? You know, it's been ages since I even know what my trains are doing. Let me have a look. Do we have any gravel? Gravel to National Park. Halt. Follow the vehicle. So if I have a look here. Ooh. Are these trains all Now these trains, ew, are all my trains like locked up again? What's going on? Did we have, we got this problem over here. Oh man, what is going on over here? We unpause? We are. Okay, we need to fix a few things. So we were going to do research and fix those products up, but I think the problem is we need to fix over here because these trucks are out delivering, but it's these two that I need to keep moving. So what I'm going to do is a little temporary fix just to see if the hold up is here. So this guy is heading into, he's going from Horsham to Gwalia branch. So he's waiting on a platform and he doesn't have it available. And that's holding up everything behind him because that means trains can't pass through and these guys can't head on in there. And we've got all sorts of issues. Conventional passenger rail as well. So we were going to redo Gwalia. But when we redid it, we were also talking about putting the high-speed rail all the way through the middle of the city and getting rid of conventional passenger rail, but also putting a much bigger stop in for these guys. So for the moment, I'm going to send these two trains on their way. I'm going to tell them to skip their current orders. Yeah, skip current order, skip current order. So, well, they'll do that. And hopefully that just speeds up, unclogs the system. So they'll do it, he'll jump out, this train gets back in, and then all of a sudden we might have a bit of breathing space because this guy's going to National Park. No, we are, look at that, we're clogged up. Okay, we are clogged up, right. Well, I wonder, geez, I wonder about this. So National Park Station isn't too bad. All right, we've got a bit of money here, right? So let's put this on speed 1. And we've got a bit of money. So let's see if we can get this guy to be a 4-platform station and in the same spot. Let's see if that will help us. I think we can get it. We can sort it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in... I'm going to see if I can just do this. Let me just do this guy, move him to depot. And I'm going to get this guy to move to depot quickly, and you can see that there. Now on speed 1, trains move to depot a lot quicker. I think the devs have done an update, and I reckon, I played yesterday and I don't think that that was the case. So I think they've implemented that recently. Okay, so we've got 2 platforms here. We know the station's name is Gwalia Branch, and we want it to be bigger. So let me see. Geez, let me just try a straight out swap here. We're paused, get rid, and then I go to stations. Now we want freight station 2, please. Turn, yeah, freight station 2, and we want this to be as maximum length as we can, so let's get the 250. Let's do it over here, 250, right, and then we want maximum platforms. So there's the replacement for what we already were, and I think we were a Mark 1, this is now a Mark 2. It doesn't make any difference because we're only going to this multi-freight station there anyway. But let me see, so if we were to do this as, so that's 2, let me try with that, it'd be 3, and I want 4. So if I was to do 4, that's not bad. Now we have to make sure that it gets all of these guys and drops directly into that as well, which is what we want. Is he? Yeah, he is dropping directly into this stone. Okay, so we could do that. That'd be 4. I want to see if I can get 5 in, actually. That'd be lovely. Oh, and look, it's 1.6 million. I kind of like it, and I'd like to see if I could drop it down a bit, and I can't really. Okay, let me see about where it's connecting up at the end here. Just going to make sure I get all the other trains out. I think I can. I'm going to try that just like that as a really quick fix. 1, 2. So what are we? We're dropping a grade. We're 1.6 million. Drop. Okay, so this might be a really quick instant fix to this whole situation. Let's see. Okay, we are paused. So let's terraform our way out of this a little bit. We don't need a pass through, so that helps us. Yeah, that's nice. Ah, that is good. Got a bit of approach here as well. I always like to set these guys up a little bit bigger as well because it's 250 meters, but occasionally the game will lend itself to having a train that's a bit longer as well. So yeah, a bit longer than the 250 meter limit. Okay, we may as well just terraform these guys out as well. Let's just do it like that. Yeah, trying to get a little bit of realism in there. Standard rail, yeah, okay. Don't know if I just want to do it like this. I think that kind of works. I'm trying to go for symmetricality here, so if I go to there and straight in, if I go to there and straight in, yeah, that would just work. There shouldn't be a decision to make up here because he's just following, so I'm going to use, am I using semaphores? I am. So I'm going to stay with the semaphore signals and I'm going to put these guys in. Tell you what, I'm going to go here, 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 and here, and just say, is the road ahead clear? Let's get rid of those guys. We don't need those guys there. So I think semaphores will be right there because it's saying, is it clear? And oh, these guys are approaching with that. Basically, it's saying, is it clear ahead as well? We'll leave that because we are going into a double section just over there as well. Don't even know if I need to do that two-way section, but this has basically been done. That's fine. Now, how do we want to approach this? Actually, I think this could be nice to do like this. Let's go from here and find our way out to there. So that is quite nice. And then I think we'll try and get in a bit. Yeah, that's not bad. Let me try and get in this section actually. That's quite good. And if we're good to go in here, I'm going to try and get in this bit. That's kind of nice. I don't mind that. I like a little bit of rigmarole. It's not yeah, I don't mind that. To get over here, they need to sort of shuffle their way across. I kind of like it. It's these kind of fiddle yards a little bit. Not really fiddle yards, but these train yards. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's get these signals all lining up, and I think we can get most of them in here. I don't know if I can get those in. Yeah, there's a good spot. No, you won't get all the way across. You might if I change this. Yeah, I think if I just drop this guy off a bit. Get rid of these guys. These are all on pause. We're on pause, sorry, so we can just see here. So if I do this guy, he needs to be up a bit. Actually, hang on, that's the return, isn't it? No, that's that one actually. So these guys are all. Actually, that might work, and then we can get across. Just looking at the room there, so we'll go right across the middle here. I think this part might hold us up a little bit. Let's see about this. So we'll go for a standard semaphores, and we'll say now there are decisions to be made. If I go pre-semaphores, okay, use the pre-semaphores. So pre-semaphore here, there's already one there, fine. Then we want to cross here. So it's going to be, yes, you need to make a decision there, but over here you don't, so your equivalent is straight ahead. Then over here it's decision to be made ahead, so yes, and we're trying to line all these guys up. And over here it's simply a block signal but semaphore, and then returning the other way. So that puts this into one big section there. And these are, you got the overhangs here, which are quite good. Now I want to split these guys so that we don't have these two relying on each other. So what we'll do is we'll go here, 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 there and there. So the 5 platforms, and now, yeah, that's not too bad. Now it's a shame that these two are both red because they shouldn't interfere with each other. So it is a little bit of a shame that those two are still red together. I don't know if that's coincidence or if they'll operate as one block. Let's unpause the game and just see how the game will go. What's the problem? I want to know, so this guy must be going straight ahead. Is he going to National Park? He's going straight ahead. Yes, he is. I can't see the problem with this guy. So where are you off to? You're off to National Park? I'm going to say skip one signal. Ignore close signal once, and then it goes off automatically for this guy, so he's fine to keep going. Let's let him do that. I'm hoping the train behind now decides he wants to do it as well. No, he'll need one ignore as well. Yep, and it goes off. Make sure it goes off there. Sometimes it stays on. Don't know why the game decides for some to be off and some to go on. That seems to have unclogged things, and now we've got extra room at Gwalia here. So I'm hoping now, yeah, that's pretty good. And the other thing was we were going to make this a lot bigger, but this turnabout a lot bigger. But I guess we don't need to worry about that now that we've made Gwalia a bit of a lovely big station. So Gwalia has been improved, and Horsham has been improved. Both have come from 2 to 5 platforms, so that's all pretty good. Let's go ahead and continue with what we were doing this episode. I want it to be speed 1 now, and we're going to see if we can get those 3 products in. So first of all, one of the products, so we wanted to get iron parts, and let me go here so we can see. So we are making iron plates here. We're shipping them off to there so that they can then be made into these circuits, but we are making quite a few of them and it's lovely. So once we get into here, I wonder if we could maybe get them through here, get these iron plates off here, send them on this side and get them... I reckon, geez, it's quite interesting, isn't it? I don't know how to get these guys back. No, I think we're probably best taking them across the top. Yeah, across the top and back into here, and that could be lovely because we could even get them across here and put some of these in here. Because what we're doing, although I would like to get iron plates shipped out, so maybe what we could do is have the oh yeah, let's do that actually. Let's do this. Let's pause the game for a sec and let's go to warehouses. So we've got Mark 3 warehouse. Yep. Oh, so Mark 2 warehouse. And they're going to be here. And whoa. No, we don't need large ones. We only need small ones. So what we'll do is we want them in reach of all these 3 plus the train station, and I want 3 of them. So I'm going to say, let me put them right close. Yeah, let me put them right close. So for reasons, and I want to try and get as many conveyor belts. I want to get 2 conveyor belts through there as well if I can. So I'm going to go 1 and then 2, making sure they get all 3 plus that, and the third one does as well. So they're all in reach. And so what we're going to say is iron plates, iron gears, and glass panes. That is pretty good. Okay, now all we need to do now is if we put in a conveyor. The first one's quite easy. We want the connector, and let me put these 3 connectors in now. So this one's basically going to be here, and this one will be here, and this one will be here. So we know that that's good. And then I want to see, can I get this tucked in here? Yeah, because I want to put another one next to it. So if I do this, this will run in the opposite direction, but we're doing it like this now. And then I think what we'll do here is put ourselves a extender warehouse. Yep. Basically we'll do, let's do that. Say this is going to be iron plates, conveyor devices, connectors, and we want this to be there. Hold the shift, spin it, and put it there. So that's pretty good. Change the directions soon, and then we're to here. Now, let's think about where we're going though. I think what we'll do is aim for this middle section here. So let's go tunnel. To there. Yeah, it kind of works. I'm hoping that we're not going to be too... No, we shouldn't be too long. I was worried about the length of it being too long. Let me aim across this way and go down. Tunneling. So it seems like a long distance, but I forgot that we already put a warehouse buffer in. Because all we need to do now is connect it. This may be too long. Yeah, convey too long. Okay. So let me do this section. Hold the shift key there, and what we'll do is we'll put another warehouse here, and can I put that there? Yeah, I could. I want to see if I could just terraform this out a little bit. It's not going to be amazing to look at, but it'll do the job. Warehouse. Okay, so if we put this guy here, and I want to see if I can do what I just did earlier. So we go iron plates. Yep. Okay. Conveyor devices. and we go there, there, right back to back. Now all we want to do, now we may end up extending these guys. I got 3. I was thinking I might extend this to 6, because, or at least leave room to extend it to 6, because it only takes one product in. It only takes these iron bars and then puts them into iron plates. The iron bars are an offshoot of the other production lines anyway, and I'm thinking that we will be researching, but also I think a few places are asking for these, so I want to leave room to be able to expand this. So what we'll do is these are heading downwards and into this in order to go into the circuit production. What I'll do is I'll split it here. Yeah. Is that going to work? Nope. I tried to get a bit creative there. Tried to go a little bit Factorio on the on that one, and it just didn't work. Okay, I'm going to go speed 1 now. We can just check out this. Long flips. Yep, so that sends some plates this way. They'll store, then long flips, a couple of them. That sends plates back down here. They should have flipped into here. I'm going to give it long flips. It's heading that way. You're storing plates. Long flips, your orange heading out, and you're coming into here, and then that should completely store it. Brilliant. So plates are coming in. Okay, so if plates are coming in, oh yeah, well let's get the products in there, and then we can sort out the research, because actually no, plates, so gold has been done. So we go start new research, gold's done. Ooh. Oh, you got the armored trains and gold processing. Well, we'll leave all that until we get the gold. It was going to be these guys, those, and we've already got iron bars, don't we? Did we get iron bars already? Iron bars are coming in here, so it'll be this and then this. So let's make these guys step vans. Yep, so you've got what you need. So you'll make you step vans as well. Start research, step vans. We just want to complete all the research. I don't even think I'm going to use the step vans, but I've got it there, so I want to complete all the research. So let's just do it. We have unlimited resources, which is quite good. Step vans times 3, and that is happening. Right, now we need to look at the other things. So iron gears. Now I'm going to have to see. I don't think I'm making iron gears anywhere, to be honest. The iron productions are up here. Plates, plates, plates. Iron gears. Is this one of these recipes here? It is. So 1 makes 2. It's exactly the same. Oh man, exactly the same. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this iron gears. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of rigmarole, but what I'm going to do is these guys do this, and they do this quite nicely. I'm going to put the iron gear factory over here and have it come back. And I'm going to have this come back all the way down here, all the way under, have another one of those, and then those guys come into there. Yeah, it is getting a bit carried away with the with this, but I think it's going to be one of the last bits that we have to do a little bit of spaghetti. Right, so we need one of these machines. Pause the game, factories, and we want a press. Now the press, I want it facing the same way. So coming in that way, it's 1 in and 1 out. I want to set the lines up the same. So let me try this. Yeah, give a bit of room here too. We've got a little bit of room here. So let's go 1 and then one nice gap. So I want to try the same gap as these two here. That looks like the same gap there, is it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So, okay, let's put the top line in across here. So this is where the input's going to come in. Yeah, I want this to be the same. And then this guy's going to be down here. Yep. So I'm trying to replicate this section over here. So let's do that. Get them all the way up. We want 3 of these. So might as well just do 3 now. Factories. We want another one of these, and it's going to be there. Get the recipes going from the left first. So we want these to be iron parts. Yep. And a little bit of expandability. Let's get that going in. I want this to replicate here, so we will do this like that. Yeah, trying to get that going, and then this guy's going to be trying to replicate, and then all of a sudden I want this to be like that. Okay, so that actually works pretty well. And then that guy's going up. Okay, so what we could do here is we could get rid of 1, 2, and 3, and then make this. So these are iron bars, and they could just flow straight in. This guy is the iron plates, which we want to tunnel under. Come back and do that. So you're all good. I think now's a good time to unpause the game and start looking at directions. Make sure we're all good. So you're feeding in. Got a couple of double flips here. These are exporting. Yep. Cool. Okay, good. So that is all pretty good. This guy should be going that way though. Okay, so that's all pretty nice. Oh, just this bit here. Yep. There we go. Okay, cool. So we got iron bars coming in, iron plates are going underneath, iron bars are coming in. They're going to make iron parts. They're going to make it down to here, and then we need to get them back. Well, not. I think what we can do is we can terraform this area, and I think we can afford to put maybe a storage up here as well. Let's do it like this. Let's do that first, and all the way back. Then I might have to go like this, I think. Because what I want to do is I want to see whether or not... Okay, conveyors. Yeah, I want to see if I can get one along here. If I go there and I go to tunnel, and can I come out the other side? I can. Okay. Right, that kind of works. So we're basically seeing if we can get these guys back. Now I want to put another buffer over here. So what we'll do is, gee, it's absolutely bucketing down in London at the moment. Absolutely tipping it. Tunnel, and give him 1. Yeah, let's do that. And do this warehouse Mark 2. Small size, rotating. Yeah, so if I do him there, select iron parts, jump into this. Okay, and we go like this, hold the shift and flip, put them back to back. Trying to get a few things that if I do design wise, I replicate it across the system. So when you see it, so see how that looks similar to each other, but they're kind of different things, but still kind of similar. And then from here, I want it to be across the top. So I'll do that. And that means this guy can be like that, right? And now I should be able to connect this up. Yep. Brilliant. Okay, cool. So if I flip this, we can actually get these. We can get these parts heading that way, and we can get them basically as they head that way. So look at this. This is a little backlog. This will clear out once these guys get moving a bit, I think. Otherwise, 3 can fill a belt, no problem. They'll probably be starving for supply at some point, so don't be fooled. This is a little backlog. Let's let these guys come all the way up here. Okay, so they go into there. Then we want these to go underneath. So they export, come into here, and they go underneath, and they export, and they come up to here. Now, this is where we probably need to have ourselves another one of these warehouses. But I want to see if I can get myself to... there, and then go tunnel, and then go up to there. Now that's what I want. Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to have to there, and I'm going to see if I can get this guy to sit on the south side. Yeah, spin him around so he faces this way for a bit of continuity. I'll do this from the other side and see if we can get this to work. Yeah, I think we will. Select iron parts. I'll flip the camera in just a sec. Give me a second. Conveyors. Okay. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That is brilliant. Iron parts. So we're getting a few buffers there. That's all quite nice. A couple of flips. They should be coming down here soon. I think they'll go straight in, straight out. There they go. coming down here and straight into this one. Now from here, we're basically, I want it to come down and then follow along. We want it to actually go under there, don't we? We do. Okay, so what we can do, because these iron parts are in here, aren't they? They are. So what about if we do conveyors? Then we get this guy coming out a bit, and if I even go like that, yep, do it from here. We want this to go around the corner. Right, now what I need to do is just pause the game for a sec and get rid of 1, 2, and 2, and 3 units. Try and get this guy to go, so these are heading west, so we'll go tunnel, under, and tunnel. That means this guy's coming in here. Nah, it's a little bit of spaghetti, but it kind of works. Okay, unpause the game, and we want this guy exporting orange. And heading down, these guys need to just flick that tunnel, so they all head west as well. This guy should be heading fully west, all the way in. Yep, brilliant. Okay, so that's iron parts. I think that should work as well. What have we got set up here? Step van vehicles. These guys need just plates and those. So they should be taking up the plates as this one goes through. Some more plates come in, so we know that it's all working quite nicely. Okay, that's all lovely. We just need now glass panes. Now, glass panes are really, really simple because we already have these products being dropped off sand. And since we finished the other bit of the research, we don't have anything much being used here. Now, we will start these production lines up again when we start selling some of these products, because that's going to be the next episode. We're going to have to start looking at all the selling, and I'll probably do that in between episodes as well. But I mean, we're making bank anyway, but then we want to buy a few more regions for gold, so we will need to sell and put more trains on the network. I mean, we're not happy unless we've got millions and millions of these Canadian freight trains with these lovely big engines. Look at them. Brilliant. I mean, they're just brilliant. Okay, so we just need glass panes, and glass panes is made in this machine here with this recipe, and look at that, exactly the same. So it's making here glass tubes, but we want it to make glass panes. I'm going to keep the glass tubes going. I'm going to leave room for expansion, but what I'm going to say is across here can be glass tubes, and that'll be room for expansion across there, and then down here can be glass panes. So I'm going to have this, let me set these guys up in a similar fashion, although maybe flipped. Okay, he's got to take 2 products, so this will be interesting. Okay, let me get that. Let me just get that one there first. So it's going to be factories, warehouse, pausing, factories, and it's glass furnace. Now, let me think here, because I've got, if I flip it, I've got accepting on one part and accepting on another. That might be the best way to do it, I think. Yeah, that could be good. And then we can leave some room. So basically, we can leave the glass, because we can have sand going in one side. Actually, no, do you know what? Let's do it like this. Yeah, let's do it like this. This is quite cool. Okay, we'll try one, and we'll say like this. And we want basically sand to come in one way. Sand can come in here and just go across, right? And so for here, sand can just go straight up. Actually, let's get him round. Let's get him round a bit. Something like that. Yep. And then this guy's coal anyway, and so coal can just keep going all the way across, and for coal he can do the same thing. Yep. Okay, so that's quite good. Then we can have this little product underneath be either exported or making its way to where it needs to get to. So I think we need to make this, get rid of the middle one, plus 1 on either side. And we know these are going this way, so we go tunnel, under and tunnel, and then from here to there. Okay, So I think that's all right to start. Yeah, I'm pausing the game, speed 1, and we'll flip this. So this guy's heading out, this guy's importing materials, this guy here is also sending materials in, and then this huge line here will be where we get to where we need to be. So that's pretty good, and we can replicate that. So what we're going to do is we need to get it to here. Now, is that too far? Glass panes. It might be too far. We're gonna try it. Let's see if we can actually do this. We'll go all the way down and basically go, is that the right spot? I need to be on this voxel here. So we'll go tunnel, and if we go to here, yeah, and to there. Oh, it works. I thought it might be too long, but it's perfect. And if that's the case, we're off and running. We are off and running because we got ourselves in this episode. We got ourselves glass panel. We got ourselves. I'm not going to click on this. Iron plates. We got iron parts, and we got glass panes. So that is all pretty good. I think that's pretty good. And what we could do is we could start the 3 lots of research going now as well. In fact, I think we'll do that. Let's rejig the research now. So we've got step bands on all 3, but we want step bands on the top. Yep. And then we want, for the next one, start new research, and it's going to be woodworking. So it'll be these 2. Yep. All right. And that's got those, and it's waiting on the glass pane. So it's got the wood planks, but it's waiting on the glass panes. And then the third one we want to redo as the other one. So we're leaving computer devices, got woodworking 2. We're going to leave the glass, and we will want passenger tube trains, which is going to be those 2. So we do that. And let's see about these guys. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and we'll just have a look at them. So got the products, waiting on glass panes, you've got the products, and you're off and running. So step vans are going, passenger tube trains are going, and then these guys are waiting on those glass panes, which must be produced there they are, they're coming in. Brilliant. Well, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. The only other thing that I wanted to show you is something I was looking at before the episode started. But before we do that, let's just have a look at the final goal. Quickly check here. I'm not going to click on it, but they're computing devices. So you would need 450 days, 33 million, and you would need 5,000 circuits. Oh my god. Well, I think the difference is here I have unlimited ore supplies, so my deposits don't run out, which without that I've heard of people having to run around and do this, and by the time you get to computers it kicks off. So 5,000 circuits, 4,500 copper wires, and TVs and radios. Oh god, TVs and radios. My god, so we're going to have to be making TVs and radios. So that's going to be a huge one, that last one. That's going to be a absolute ripper. But we're going to be preparing, and we're going to hopefully set all of this factory in motion for when we need to do that. So that'll be quite cool. Okay, the only other thing I want to show you is, as part of, if I hit F9, as part of being able to, in fact, sorry, let me go to the edge of the screen and then hit F9. As part of being able to go ahead and find gold, we did discuss at the start of last episode, click F9, which is this distant view, and sorry, oh, there we go. Sorry, scrolling the wrong way. And you can see here I'm now looking at the distant views. Now, because Scaleman or JJ Law added the gold chain mod, he said you need to expand out quite a bit before you'll get the gold. Because I went around and had a look and it wasn't there. So what I'm going to do is just pick an area and just go for it and just start buying up some land. We've got like 13 million. And what I was thinking we could do is possibly, because we did talk about originally doing these areas and combining all this up and making this all a bit better, and I think it could start spending us a bit of money. Now they're offering some basic products, but like this guy here is at least offering these guys at 1,000, and these guys over here at about 770. So we could expand here. Now the difference there is I'd have to buy both those regions, but they're 4 million and 4 million. So I could do that. So at the start of next episode, we'll start buying a few regions, but this is going to be like a double. But I kind of think out of all the supporting regions, this is the one that I think I really want to improve and fix. I also think the high-speed rail could have a junction where the high-speed rail visits that. What we could do is we could have high-speed rail as a route going from here, then into there, and then onto its two destinations here and here. So we could have it doing that and transversing between the 4 cities. And if that was the case, I would get rid of conventional rail to these 2 cities completely and put a high-speed rail right through the middle of it. Maybe reclaim some land, but maybe put it through this reservation through there. So even though it's going to cost me 8 million instead of 4 million, I think I'm going to expand to that. So if you have any thoughts on that, would you let me know in the comments? But that's where I think we're heading next. This has been a productive episode of Voxel Tycoon. I'm very happy that we have worked out the high-speed rail signalling and electrification issues, and also look at the research kicking off on all fronts. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voxel Tycoon. Cheers.